What if the greatest spiritual breakthroughs aren't reserved for saints in remote caves, but are accessible to you right now, in this very moment? And what if the key to unlocking this incredible potential isn't some complex, modern fad, but a secret so ancient and beautifully simple that it's been hiding in plain sight this whole time? Imagine discovering a single, sacred sound, a vibration whispered by one of the 20th century's greatest spiritual masters, Paramahansa Yogananda, that is powerful enough to awaken the legendary third eye, connecting you to a universe of light within. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to tap into higher states of awareness almost effortlessly, while others can meditate for years and feel like they're just sitting in the dark? Why do some seekers experience profound visions of inner light and hear the sacred sound of Aum, while most of us are left wondering if we're even doing it right? The truth is, there is a secret, but it's not the kind you pay for. It's a teaching not shouted from temple rooftops, but a profound truth that was whispered, shared only with the most sincere hearts by one of the modern era's greatest spiritual masters, Paramahansa Yogananda. Today, I want to bring that sacred knowledge directly to you. I'm going to share the easiest, yet most powerful, mantra yoga technique for awakening your third eye, the Katastha, a star of divine consciousness that often lies dormant right between your eyebrows. And don't worry, this isn't complicated. You won't need any special rituals, expensive courses, or secret initiations. All you need is your sincerity, a moment of stillness, and the ancient sound we're about to explore. By the end of this video, you won't just know what the mantra is, you will understand why it works on a deep, scientific level, how to practice it effectively, the beautiful signs you'll feel as your third eye begins to open, and how to carry this sacred connection with you in your daily life. So please, stay with me, dear friend, because what you are about to discover is not just another technique. It's a doorway to the infinite, waiting patiently for you to turn the key. But before we can learn how to open that door, it's essential to understand what the third eye truly is. Beyond all the myths and fanciful stories, Paramhansa Yogananda described it as the Katastha Chaitanya, the very seat of divine perception in humankind. Think of it as an energy center, or chakra, located at the point between your eyebrows. It is a gateway through which you can perceive not just this physical world, but the vast, luminous realms of higher consciousness. Yogananda often called it the single eye of intuition, the very same eye that Christ referred to when he said, "If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light." Now, this isn't a physical organ you can find on an X-ray. It's far more subtle, yet incredibly real. It exists in your subtle body, the field of pure energy and consciousness that animates your physical form. When this sacred center awakens, your inner senses begin to blossom. You might start seeing beautiful lights even with your eyes closed. You may feel an unexplainable, comforting presence during your meditations. Your intuition suddenly becomes sharp, clear, and spontaneous, guiding you with unerring wisdom. Yogananda beautifully explained that the third eye is the portal through which the soul enters and leaves the physical body. It's the place where the light of God is first perceived, often as a brilliant star surrounded by a golden halo and a field of deep, comforting blue. Every great sant and yogi in history, whether they knew it consciously or not, ultimately focused their energy right here in deep meditation. But why is this so important? Awakening the third eye isn't about gaining mystical powers to show off. It's about something far more profound, reconnecting with your true nature as a being of pure light, awareness, and bliss. It is the true beginning of your spiritual awakening. This brings us to a crucial question. If this sacred doorway exists within every single one of us, why do so many struggle to even find the handle, let alone open it? Why, despite years of sincere meditation and spiritual study, does that inner light remain unseen for most? Paramhansa Yogananda addressed this with perfect clarity. He explained that the obstacles are not external, but internal. It's not that we lack the ability or aren't worthy. The problem is that our awareness is clouded by restless thoughts, emotional attachments, and a fundamental inability to become truly still within ourselves. Yogananda often used a powerful analogy. Imagine a lake being whipped into a frenzy by a relentless storm. Its surface is so choppy, so agitated, that it can't possibly reflect the calm, silver light of the moon above. In the same way, when our consciousness is constantly disturbed by waves of thoughts, emotions, and desires, it simply cannot reflect the subtle, divine light of the spiritual eye. The modern world, with its endless distractions, constantly pulls our attention outward, away from this sacred inner center. Even those who sincerely try to meditate often bring struggle into their practice, expectations, impatience, or mental tension, which only makes the water murkier. Another reason, Yogananda said, is the lack of proper technique, or worse, an incomplete understanding of how to meditate effectively. So many of us try to force concentration or desperately chase after visions, which only strengthens the ego and the restless nature of the mind. The path to the third eye is not one of strain. It is a path of relaxed, loving, inward awareness, and most importantly, Yogananda reminded us that awakening this center requires purity of heart, a sincere, childlike desire to know the divine, not as an idea, but as a living, breathing presence. When these obstacles are gradually and gently removed, the third eye begins to reveal itself naturally and without effort, just like the sun emerging from behind the clouds. And now, dear seeker, we arrive at the very heart of this teaching, the sacred mantra that Paramahansa Yogananda emphasized as the simplest, most profound tool for clearing those clouds and awakening the third eye. In his lifetime, Yogananda shared many advanced Kriya Yoga techniques, but the foundation, the very core of his teaching, was always the sacred sound of Aum. He taught it not as a mere chant, but as the living, cosmic vibration, a divine current that runs through all of creation. Yogananda explained that Aum is not just a sound we make with our lips. It is the sound of the universe. It is the cosmic engine, the vibrational power underlying all matter, all light, and all life. The ancient sages of India heard this primordial sound humming within them in the deepest states of meditation, and they called it the Word of God, the first sound of creation. When you chant or meditate upon Aum with deep sincerity, its vibration gradually dissolves the restlessness of the mind. It acts like a spiritual magnet, naturally and gently pulling your consciousness inward and upward to the point between the eyebrows. He taught that when you chant or mentally intone Aum while focusing at the spiritual eye, the very vibration of the mantra awakens dormant spiritual currents in your spine and effortlessly stills your scattered thoughts. It literally tunes your personal consciousness to the higher frequency of divine perception. As Yogananda himself said, the cosmic sound of Aum is the secret vibration that sustains all creation. Meditate upon it at the spiritual eye, and it shall reveal to you the inner light. The sheer beauty of this mantra lies in its profound simplicity. It requires no elaborate rituals, no external symbols, only your sincere attention and a willingness to listen to the silence within. Whether you whisper it aloud or let it reverberate mentally, Aum becomes the sacred bridge between your limited, everyday consciousness and the infinite. So, how exactly do we practice this powerful mantra in the way Yogananda intended? Because it's not enough to just mechanically repeat the sound. Real meditation is an art of stillness, focus, and sacred feeling, a dance between the mind and the heart. First, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed for a few minutes. Sit comfortably, making sure your spine is naturally erect, your chest lifted slightly, and your head level. Gently close your eyes and consciously invite your body to relax, letting go of all the tensions and worries of the outside world. Now, bring your gaze and your full attention upward to the point between your eyebrows, the home of the spiritual eye. Please, don't strain or frown, just hold your awareness there with a soft, loving focus, as if you are patiently and joyfully waiting for a beloved friend to arrive at the door. From this place of stillness, slowly begin to chant Aum aloud. Really stretch out each part of the sound. R-U-U-M-M-M-M-M-M. Feel the R sound vibrating in your chest, the U-U sound rising through your throat, and the M sound humming throughout your head, vibrating especially at the point of the third eye. Repeat this several times, and with each chant, truly feel the sound dissolving your thoughts and drawing your awareness deeper and deeper inward. After a few minutes of chanting aloud, let the sound become purely mental. Silently repeat Aum, Aum, Aum in your mind, and then begin to listen for its subtle echo reverberating in the vast cavern of your own consciousness. Yogananda explained that as the mantra stills the restless mind, you will begin to notice the first signs. You may feel a gentle pressure, a pleasant warmth, or a cool tingling sensation at the spiritual eye. You might even begin to perceive a faint, beautiful, subtle light behind your closed eyes. These initial signs, a gentle pressure, a subtle warmth, or even the first flicker of inner light, are not the destination, but the first beautiful signs that the doorway is beginning to open. They are the proof that your practice is working, But what happens after these first sensations? What are the deeper signs that your third eye is truly awakening? And how do you integrate this newfound perception into your daily life without becoming overwhelmed? That is exactly what we will explore next. We left off by exploring the first beautiful whispers from the spiritual eye, that gentle pressure, that subtle warmth. These are the first signs that you're on the right path, the first proof that your sincere effort is being answered. But this naturally leads to the question, what comes next? As you continue this practice, how will you really know if your third eye is awakening? Paramahansa Yogananda lovingly reminded seekers that this is a gradual, deeply personal, inward journey. It's not always a lightning strike of dramatic visions or sudden, earth-shattering revelations. More often, it's a series of subtle, beautiful changes in both your inner perception and your outer life. One of the very first signs, as we touched upon, is a distinct sensation at the point between the eyebrows. As you meditate with your focus on Aum, you may feel a soft pressure, a light tingling, or a gentle current of warmth or coolness flowing in that sacred spot. This is a wonderful sign. It means your life force and awareness are beginning to gather at the third eye, and the inner doorway is preparing to open. In deeper stages of practice, some seekers then begin to perceive light, even with their eyes fully closed. At first, it might be just a soft, ambient glow or occasional, beautiful flashes of color. For the more advanced, this can blossom into the magnificent vision of the spiritual eye itself, a brilliant, silvery white star at the center, surrounded by a radiant ring of golden light, all held within a vast field of the deepest, most peaceful blue. Yogananda assured his disciples that these are natural, organic signs of spiritual progress. They should be welcomed with a sense of calm gratitude, not with excitement or attachment that could disturb the mind's stillness. But beyond these inner sensations and visions, perhaps the most profound and life-altering signs are the ones that spill over into your daily life. An awakened third eye sharpens your intuition to a razor's edge. You begin to just know things, without needing a logical explanation or a step-by-step analysis. You can sense the truth of a situation almost instantly, like an inner compass that always points to your true north. A deep, unshakable peace begins to settle in your heart, a peace that the chaos of the world cannot touch. Yet, Yogananda also offered a gentle but crucial warning. Do not seek the signs, seek the presence of God. These experiences are beautiful, yes, but they are merely milestones on the path, not the destination itself. The real goal is the infinite, blissful consciousness they lead to. Now that you understand the practice and the beautiful signs to look for, the final and most important step is to weave this into the fabric of your daily life. Spiritual awakening is not a one-time event. It's a gentle, persistent unfolding, much like the blooming of a sacred lotus flower, revealing its beauty petal by delicate petal. The true key is consistency and sincerity, not perfection. Even a few precious minutes each day, when done with deep feeling and love, can begin to profoundly transform your awareness. Yogananda recommended setting aside a quiet time for yourself, both in the morning to sanctify your day and before sleep to clear your mind. Sit calmly, focus lovingly at the third eye, and intone or mentally chant Aum, just as you've learned. Please, don't try to force the experience, and never become discouraged if lights or sensations don't appear right away. The mantra itself, even when you don't perceive its immediate effects, is working on a subtle level, purifying your consciousness and gently dissolving the barriers to your inner sight. After a few minutes of chanting Aum, simply let go and fall into stillness. Listen inwardly, not with your ears, but with your heart, as if you are waiting for a divine whisper in the silence. Even if you hear nothing, know that this sacred silence is where the true awakening begins. Over time, your mind will naturally grow quieter, your awareness will become sharper, and a sacred sense of presence will arise within you, sometimes felt as profound peace, sometimes as the subtle, causeless joy, or simply a gentle lightness of being. The wisdom of Yogananda is as simple as it is profound. It is far better to meditate for a little while every single day with deep feeling, than to sit for long hours mechanically. Carry the consciousness of Aum with you. Remember it in quiet moments throughout your day. Call upon it during difficulties, or use its vibration to calm you when you feel restless. In this way, you begin to live in a state of constant, loving remembrance of the divine, and the light of the third eye will shine through you naturally, blessing both your inner world and everyone you encounter. As we come to the close of our time together, I want to leave you with this gentle reminder. This path is not a race. It is not a pursuit of extraordinary powers or a competition for visions. It is a quiet, patient, and loving return to your own magnificent, higher nature. The mantra of Aum, as Paramhansa Yogananda so beautifully taught, is not just a sound. It is a living, breathing bridge connecting your restless mind to the vast, peaceful ocean of the divine that is already waiting within you. I warmly invite you, dear friend, to begin this practice today. Find just 5 peaceful minutes. Close your eyes. Focus gently at the point between your eyebrows and softly chant Aum. Simply notice what you feel. It may be subtle at first, a whisper of calm, a flicker of inner light, or just a quality of stillness you haven't known before. And that, truly, is more than enough to begin. If this teaching resonated with your heart, please share your journey in the comments below. Have you ever tried meditating on Aum? What did you feel? Your story doesn't just inspire me. It creates a beautiful tapestry of shared experience for everyone else walking this path beside you. I read every single one, and if you wish to continue walking this path of discovery together, I would be honored if you would subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell. Join me next week as we explore another profound secret from Yogananda's teachings, a method for hearing the cosmic sound of Aum, not with your ears, but with your soul, even in the deepest silence. Until then, may you be blessed, may you be still, and may the light within you shine ever brighter. Namaste.